Hi everyone. I'm Jonathan's Media Shack here once again. And today, I just want to say something to you guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And for today's video, I am doing a double review on Cheers and Laverne and Shirley. First, it will be a review on Cheers from 1982. So, anyways, enjoy. So basically what the plot for this show is, Sam Malone is a former relief pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, owns and runs Cheers, a cozy bar in Boston. Somewhat snobby, beautiful, and intelligent Diane Chambers, forced to become a waitress when her fiancé jilts her, constantly bickers with Sam. Eventually, they fall in love. Several wacky characters make the bar their home away from home, including sarcastic waitress Carla, a beer-loving accountant named Norm, and the know-it-all carrier Cliff. A few seasons later, after Diane leaves Boston, Sam sells the bar to buy a boat, and sail around the world. But, his boat sinks, and he returns to bartending. Rebecca Howe, the new ambitious manager, hires him back. They love to hate each other, and eventually get together as well, and that is it. That's basically what the plot for this whole show is all about. Now, what are my thoughts on this show? Wow, this show is an instant classic. I'll tell you the reasons why. 1. I find the dialogue for this show to be very interesting. I can tell that whoever made this show, came up with such a clever plot that they had ever came up with. And the later season's story also gets very interesting, and it's very funny how Sam and Rebecca didn't get along at first, but in the end, they eventually do. And the rest of the dialogue turned out to be original, and creative. That's how well done the plot is for this show. 2. The theme song for this show is very nostalgic. Not only that, I find this to be one of the best theme songs ever from a classic show from the 80s. The music sounds so relaxing, and uplifting, that it reminds me of the good old days. Yeah, and they even show you some images of people having a great time, and showing good memories while the theme song is playing. That's a clever idea, even for a show. 3. The episodes in this show are very witty, and fun to watch. And even when a character tries to be funny, it turns out to be clever, and funny both at the same time. 4. The acting for this show is excellent. I thought that everyone did such a great job with their characters that they played, and everyone had nailed their roles very well. 5. The characters in this show are very likable, redeemable, witty, clever, and good-natured people. 6. The humor in this show is very warm-hearted. 7. I find the writing and directing for this show to be excellent. I could tell that they worked hard by making this nostalgic and funny show. And 41 years from now, it still lives up to its day, and it still is a great show. 8. The final season of this show was uplifting and touching. And finally, 9. I find this show to be one of the best shows from 1982. And, so, for my final rating for Cheers, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 7. What a fantastic show. Next, I will be reviewing on Laverne and Shirley from 1976. So, anyways, enjoy. So basically what the plot for this show is, best friends, roommates and polar opposites Laverne DeFazio and Shirley Feeney work together at the Shaw's Brewery in Milwaukee, and keep each other's spirits up at home for the show's first several seasons. But after losing their jobs at Shaw's, the pair moves to Burbank, California, in season 6, to get a fresh start, and hope to break into a movie business. Many of their friends and family, inspired by the women, move to California with them, though they make some new friends as well, including Sonny the stuntman, and Rhonda, who is a model, and that is it. That's basically what the plot for this whole show is all about. Now, what are my thoughts about this show? Wow, this show is absolutely hilarious. I'll tell you the reasons why. 1. I find the dialogue for this show to be also pretty clever as well. Whoever came up with this plot had such a pretty amazing idea, and the way that they have to move to California for their new job was touching. At least those two women still had each other, even if they lost their old job back at Shots. 2. I find the acting for this show to be very excellent. I thought everyone did such a great job, and had nailed their roles very well. 3. The theme song for this show is very fantastic. I mean, it sounds very uplifting, and every time I hear it, I get a good feeling about it. 4. It is also a spin-off to Happy Days, which was good enough. After the success of Happy Days, they wanted to make a spin-off to it, and wouldn't you know, Laverne and Shirley had existed back in 1976, and it's such a great show. 5. The characters in this show are very redeemable, likable, funny, clever, and also good-natured people. Even when they try to come up that's funny, it comes out as hilarious. 6. The humor in this show is also very warm-hearted. 7. The last season of this show was also very touching. 8. I find the writing, and the directing for this show to be also very well done, just like Cheers. And finally, 9. I find this show to be the best spin-off to Happy Days, and also one of the best shows from the 70s. And, so, for my final rating for Laverne and Shirley, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 7. What an outstanding show. So, anyways, happy St. Patrick's Day once again. And, that's all for today's video. See you guys later.